Welcome to Above Average Agents, where we spill the tea on real estate and give our take on the market and about being better than the average agent. So I am Tiana Morales.
I'm Megan Stewart Romanelli.
I'm Katie Lucy.
Awesome. All right, Katie, what did you want to chat about today?
Well, so I think we should talk about the new NAR profiles came out, and it said that 62% of new agents made less than 10 grand. So I think it's one very kind of sad and for our industry because it's showing how much new agents are struggling in this market. And incomes overall are up a little tiny bit, but new agents, which is new agents 2 years or less, is what they're saying, are up a little bit. But I think it's still around like 58,000 is the medium income. It gets a little bit better when you've been in the game for like 16 years, but new agents are having a tough time out there.
Wow. Why do you think that is? Like, what would you pinpoint?
Well, because they don't know, and so there's obviously a lot of factors that go into being a successful agent. And over the growth from 2020 to a couple years ago, like people were really like winning and thinking they were doing great and their businesses were growing, but it was really more like the market's trajectory growing. So it wasn't necessarily them. So now we are in a very transparent skills-based market. So if you don't know what you're doing and you can't articulate, like explain uncertainty, there's so much uncertainty out there. So many of these clients are wanting to be able to trust their advisor and have like knowledge and actually understand what they're talking about. And that's really hard to do if you haven't done very many deals, because you just need time in the game and you need deals under your belt to really understand the nuances of winning and closing deals and holding things together and
And how to
making
guide
great choices.
somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you think, though, there's more opportunity today to join a team and have mentorship and be trained by your brokerage to be more successful? I mean, I don't think teams per se really existed
Right.
all that long ago. And now, like, you can join a team and almost treat it like a job. Like, you can be, go into this
100%.
position where you're a showing agent, someone does all your contracts for you. And, like, it's interesting to me that there's such a dramatic, they're not making much money when the opportunity is there.
It is, but there's also a lot of ego in this industry. And if you go on Instagram, there's a lot of people saying like zero splits or 100% commission, and a lot of brokerage models that are leaning more towards higher splits for agents. And obviously, who doesn't want higher splits? I mean, everyone wants to keep their own money. But if you're going to keep 100% of $10,000, that's not as good as keeping 28% of 100. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to make more money. So it is silly, but I think that they're just not taking advice from the wrong people, because
Yeah.
I don't know. But being on a team right now, the splits may sound a little intimidating, but I think that it's 100% where it's at for new agents.
You have to be. I mean, oh my gosh, this is a Florida thing, so agents not in Florida, sorry. But our new condo rider and some of these new rules that come into effect, if you don't know what you're doing and someone tried to explain the new condo rider and tell me how many documents I have to get from an association for my condo listing, like, me personally with 5 years experience and a lot of condo sales, like, I wanted to cry. So I can't imagine having a listing as a new agent and like being told you have to complete this and send these documents or else the deal can fall apart the day of closing, like it's stressful. Like I really would, if I were a new agent, I'd be on a team with a TC and a marketing coordinator and a trainer and a coach and all the things so that I don't mess up, because it's gotten harder just in my short career.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I also think that the right team matters because not all teams are created equal. So just because someone has a team doesn't mean that they are actually going to train you. Some of them just like want a body in a seat to, I don't know, make calls or to help them do showings and things like that. So you really have to interview the person that you're going to work for more than you actually think. Like, I don't think agents do enough of the interviewing. I think, like, especially new agents, they go in and if they're so used to being an employee, they think that they're being interviewed, and it's quite literally the other way around. So
That's such a good point.
yeah. And then like on the condo docs and like all that stuff. I mean, agents that have been in the business for 15 years still don't know that rider and like
It
don't
was
know that contract.
was like, I have a condo right now, and I've done a lot of deals, but I'd say, I don't know, 7 maybe total condos. So I'm like quadruple checking, annoying my attorney because it's a lot. It's a lot of big changes. So,
Yeah.
but at least I know what I don't know. You know what I mean? The new agents, you don't even know what you don't know, and then that's when like mistakes happen.
Right. And if you don't have like a broker that you can talk to and you can learn from, or a team leader, etc., or other, even like other people on the team that you feel like you can go to, it really will make your life so much, I feel like so much harder as a new agent. $10,000 a year, I mean, yeah, you're below poverty line for
Yeah,
sure.
you can't. Nobody lives off that. It's
No.
impossible.
We talked about condo docs, which is a little specific to Florida, but buyer brokers still new to a lot of agents. So if you were maybe a newer agent when that came about, or even if you became an agent and that was in place, like there's a lot of training that goes into that. And you have to go into it. I mean, a buyer broker presentation is now as crucial as a listing appointment. And new agents maybe don't have that skill. A lot of people would start their career as a buyer's agent and open a bunch of doors and gain experience and traction. Well, now you're not doing that. You're pitching yourself just as you would a listing to a buyer. You're showing them houses and you're getting, again, multiple documents signed in order to be compliant. I don't know how you learn that on your own. I mean, unless your brokerage is incredible, it makes sense why the people or salaries are lower because it's tougher. It's definitely tougher.
And I think one of the biggest mistakes that I see new agents make is not leveraging the training from their broker, from their MLS, and from their state board, I guess is what you would call it. But that is the biggest mistake I see. We get so much training in terms of like contract classes and how to do XYZ thing. And, like even people on my team, they're not taking those, they're not taking advantage of those. And when I was brand new, all I was doing was like taking these classes to know what the heck I was doing, because there's just so much to know as a new agent.
But unless you have a team leader, no one is over your shoulder telling you to do that. You have to be like insanely proactive and intentional.
Right.
And when you first get, so I am extremely intentional and I am good at like blocking things out. But when I first started, I had no idea, even when I was supposed to be learning. I remember when I discovered who Tom Ferry was, I was like, this guy says everything. You know what I mean? Like, it's like nobody just, and I went to a wonderful brokerage, but like a traditional, regular broker, bunch of agents. We go happy hour. I don't know. Like, it wasn't like, I didn't have anybody down my throat saying like, you need to learn A, B, and C. I don't know. It's, another benefit of being on a team. Like almost, I feel like we'd be such a better industry if every new agent had to be on a team with a decent team leader and decent training for like 2 years. And then you want to do your own thing, do your own thing. Like, I mean, it's just,
well, it's like if you think about the trades, right? Like HVAC or plumbing, like they have to be journeymen. They have to like go into and do so many hours of training before they can go out on their own.
Yeah, exactly.
I think after they get their license, I'm not 100% sure, but I know that they have to do a specific amount of like shadowing before that they can go out on their own, because there's a lot to know. You can't know everything from school.
Of course not. We don't learn very much. I mean, it's very irrelevant. I mean, we learn like compliance and stuff, but like when like the lead generation, converting a client, servicing a client, making a deal fall together, or making a deal stay together, like nothing. So it's all
how many square feet are in an acre.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's like one of my old broker used to let me just like go on listing appointments. I didn't say anything. I didn't do anything. I just sat there like this. I just listened. You know what I mean? Like, but like not everybody has that. So like teams, you have meetings, you have structures. I don't know. But there's a lot of team leads out there that they're just like, okay, I'm going to just start a team now. I mean,
Yeah, you said an important word, Katie, time blocking. As a new agent, you have to have that entrepreneurial skill set and you need to know to time block. You need to study the market. You need to prospect. You need to educate yourself. And those should be 3 of your time blocks almost every day as a new agent. If not education once a week, but like you should be in some form of training every day or at minimum once a week, learning contracts, buyer brokers, new compliance issues. I mean, like Tiana said, it's for free with your MLS dues and it's important.
I've never been busier in my business in my entire career. And I still do training every single day, like every day. You have learners or earners, 100%.
Learners are earners. I love that.
Great quote.
I didn't make it up, but yeah, I don't know who did.
We'll give you the credit for it.
Okay.
Yeah, I just and it's also interesting on the how to be professional. Like some people have never had a career where they've had to like send emails, and it's like now there's the benefit of ChatGPT. Like, hey, write this email for me in a professional way, introducing my buyer's offer or introducing like whatever to be professional. And I don't know how many offers I have received this year where they are just like going back to the contracts class, I guess it's like how they are not filled out correctly and putting their client in so much jeopardy that the client doesn't even know. And thankfully, I am a good human and would never, intentionally do anything to put anybody in jeopardy. But I could do something like cancel the contract if it wasn't going in a good way because that buyer did not submit an offer for their client properly. Like so many boxes left unchecked, like bananas.
It's incredible. It is like a pet peeve. It's incredible how often that happens. Incredible. Or forget addendum GG. So it's like, I don't even have to pay you. It's not tied to this. Like, it's unbelievable. I would, but it's crazy.
Yeah. And it's not even like we've been in the industry that long, right? It's like 5 years, pretty much all of us more or less have been in the industry. And yet we can see immediately when someone either has no experience, not enough experience, or they only do it once or twice a year, that they're just sending over garbage.
Yep.
And knowing that contract also helps you negotiate. Like if you know what's in that contract, like the back of your hand, you can negotiate it, because if someone's trying to tell you one thing and you know for a fact it's another, then you have the leg up.
Getting clients, having the ability to easily, like in layman's terms, explain each section of the listing agreement or the sales contract, like your client's automatically like, all right, she knows what she's doing, because real estate agents are we have a reputation for just whatever. And I mean, it's exceptionally easy to become a real estate agent. It's just not easy to actively succeed as a real estate agent.
Okay, so if you were going to give a new real estate agent who just got their license today 3 things to do next week to be more than average agent, what would you say, Katie? 3 things.
So I would tell them, like, look at all like the big main like lead generation systems. So like everyone should have a sphere of influence. I think everybody, no matter what, you should nurture your database in some way. But then like look at other things. Look at like cold calls, open houses, social media, whatever your thing, you're like, I like this or that. Pick like 2 or 3 of them, then go down as a rabbit hole of learning everything you can about it, and then do it consistently for a year. Like so many people been like, oh, even if they're just being nice, complimentary, saying they like my social media, or I'm like, it's not anything better than yours. It's just I've been doing it for 2.5 years, and you did it for 3 months, and it's not working for you. And I don't think it worked for me after 3 months. So it's like consistency and like sending, like farming. I've been farming for 2 years. I've been increasing my prospecting efforts, like to be a little more direct, like more targeted. And I've been getting a lot more calls lately from my marketing. So it's like, it's working, but it's only working because I've been blasting them with my face in their mailbox for 2 years. So it's like, okay, this letter from this chick, I know her, right? Like, she's a real agent. This sounds legit. I'll call her. Great. And so anyways, so you have to keep doing it. Everybody quits too soon and they dabble. So focus, go deep in what you think is going to work for you, and then stick to it. Like, so 2 things. And then you'll win. I don't know anybody that doesn't win. Everybody wins that way.
Yeah. Right? The winning is in the boring.
Yeah.
Megan?
I think like we talked about, it's so important to time block. If you're a newer agent, meaning you have less than 1 year of experience under your belt, or even if you have more than a year but less than 5 transactions completed, you need to be educating yourself for an hour a day, whether that's a podcast, a video from your board, a webinar. Go into your MLS office and do an in-person training, meet some agents, ask some questions. I think that's number 1 you have to be doing. I think knowing your market is so important. Like, you should be in the hot sheet for 30 minutes a minimum every single day around your specific area. Like, you can't have a city in your Instagram bio if you don't know the average days on market and how many homes are selling. Know those figures that will set you apart, that will make you seem better than you are. Even if you don't have the experience, if you can go into a listing appointment and know the last 3 sales off the top of your head and what they sold for, like, you will win. You will do better than anyone. And number 3, I would say, work hard. Like, we're in this weird environment where people think it comes easy. Like, you can post on your story on Instagram and like get leads, and you can, host one open house and start being $1 million listing agent. And that's not it. So I am at a place where I'm sometimes giving away like smaller leads or rentals, and I have new agents turning them down. And that's not how you get to be successful in this business. Small fish turn into big fish. Take the rental leads, take the small buyers, do what needs to be done. And those deals will snowball, and that will get you into luxury. That will get you more clients. That will get you bigger deals. Don't think like, oh, I'm too cool for rentals if you've never closed a transaction. Like, that's not going to get you anywhere in this business. So hard work is working.
You tell them. I love that. Just to echo on what you guys have said, I don't think there's really anything different that I would do. Would be a CRM and put everyone you know in there, and then tell everyone you know that's in that CRM that you are a new real estate agent and what that means for them.
Don't text them, don't email them, call them.
Yeah, call them. Go on Facebook, go through all your Facebook contacts and just tell people, hey, I'm a realtor. All your neighbors, I don't know, when I'm out walking my dog, like, I talk about real estate with all of my neighbors. They know I'm in real estate. So I would say that is number 1, and that will help get the ball rolling and learning how to talk to people. I'd say number 2 is taking the contract classes, because how can you help guide someone on a massively large transaction, even if it's only, I don't want to say only, even if it's $200,000, like $200,000 is a ton of money. And you need to know how to guide someone. So learning those contracts is essential, and how to walk someone else through those contracts. And then the last thing I would say is just like start posting on social stories. Like, go to Brokers Open. Every area has a Brokers Open day, and start going to Brokers Open and just touring all the houses that are on Brokers Open if you don't have any business, so that you can start learning what do people say, how do they say it, what agents talk about, et cetera, so that you can start implementing some of those into your everyday vocabulary.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my 3. All right, ladies, anything else that you want to go into as to how someone could improve their business if they're only making 10K?
Work every day. Time
show up.
Really work.
Literally show up. Respond to people.
Send them listings. Don't put them on a drip and think that that's working. Like, when you text someone, I saw this home and thought of you, that's meaningful. When they're on a drip, that's not you doing your job.
Right. And you have to check, if they are, it's like you have to check that drip. Be like, hey, did you see this? I want to make sure that you caught this one. Right. So that because sometimes people don't open their emails. So it's your job to find those properties. All right. Well, we'll see you all on the next one. Until next time.